Jai Gurudev. I just uploaded the Hindi version of mantra. I've already covered a few topics on mantra. Again, in Hindi version, I've not had the opportunity to upload English version for all. I'm trying my best as much as I can. But today's topic is mantra dosh. Like what all the pitfalls are when we really get serious into the mantra sadhanas. Everybody's asking about how we can do mantras, how we can do more Baglamukhi sadhana, how we can do Kali sadhana, how we can do Tara sadhana. Ma, please share Mahavidya sadhana. Ma, please share more Bhairav sadhana, Hanuman sadhana. While it is great questions, while it is great inquiries, I also want to make sure that we fully understand that Tantra Mantra sadhana is a double-edged sword. The you will be successful. I mean, guaranteed. This is my experience. If you do the right thing, if you do everything that has been told to you by your guru, if you follow the rules, you will definitely be successful. But if you do not have the understanding of what the pitfalls are, or if you do not want to follow rules and regulations, and you want to live a very unrestricted life and continue your mantra sadhana, I think the pitfalls and the consequences are much dangerous, right? So before you get into mantra sadhana, you have to understand what are some of the dosh or what are some of the negative effects that one can have if they do not follow all the rules. Again, it is just like driving a car. I can definitely hand you over a car and let you drive. If you do not know how to apply the brakes, if you do not know the basic functioning of your car, if you do not know what a steering wheel is, if you do not know what a gear is, how to navigate, you are definitely going to crash. You will definitely lead to something, you know, very, very negative consequences, right? So again, mantra sadhana is also like driving a car. If you know where you're heading, if you know the basic tools and instruments that you have in your hand, and if you know how to navigate these tools and instruments, then you will lead to your destination just like a car. You will definitely be successful. But if you do not, and if you play around it with too much, like if you drive too fast, your car, if you um, apply too many brakes, you are guaranteed to have negative consequences. So mantra sadhana again, success is great, great results, and you will see it in your own life. But make sure that you understand what you're getting into, and make sure you follow it. So there are 8 types of dosh that we have in our shastras. So first one is abhakti. Bhakti means devotion. Abhakti means non-devotion. So again, mantra, I explained in the previous lecture, it's a Hindi lecture, that it is collection of letters in Sanskrit. It is every letter in itself, like a, e, e, every letter in itself is itself storehouse of some Shakti. It is itself a beach. It is itself a seed, a repository of Shakti. And then when you see the mantras, they are a collection of these seeds, or they are a collection of these letters. For example, if it's a cream, it is a collection of ka with a e with a bindu, which is a Maya beach, right? So there are several of these these mantras, which are nothing but collection of these letters, which itself is a powerhouse. So you can only imagine how strong and how um, great is the Shakti of these mantras. Now, if one believes that the mantra that they are chanting, it is just an empty letter, it is just a haphazard formation of letter, and if one doesn't have the full devotion and the full faith in your mantra Shakti, then no matter how many times you chant the mantras, you're not going to get any results. So again, I think the basic foundation of any sadhana, whether you follow the Tantra path or you follow the Vedic Paddhati, any sadhana that you get into, anything, even if it's a basic Nam Jap that people do, the basic foundation of all of this is have that complete faith and devotion in your mantra, in your Isht, in your Guru. Unless and until you develop that, you're not going to get any results. Similar for mantra sadhana, if you have that bhakti, which means if you do not have the full faith in that mantra, if you do not have the full faith in your guru, if you do not have the full faith in your isht, in the devata that you're praying for, you will not see any results. A lot of times we see that people compare mantras with each other. It is like some, again, everything comes out to be like some of a competition. If one person hits a lottery, if one person is having some good results in their life, if one person is living a very comfortable, lavish life, and here you are chanting some mantra given by your guru, but it is you are not getting the lottery result. You went to the same lottery with your friend, but you didn't win the lottery. Your life is not as comfortable or luxurious like your friend's life. Then you will start to question, like, what is my friend chanting? What is the mantra? Oh, he does this, maybe this Krishna mantra that he's been doing. I think that's the one that is working. No, I think, oh, he is doing some Lakshmi or Kuber mantra. And my guru gave me Hanuman mantra. And what has Hanuman got to do with Lakshmi? Was Hanuman ever rich? Did Hanuman ever lead a very comfortable and luxurious life? I don't think Hanuman is meant for me. I don't think Hanumanji means Lakshmi. Hanumanji bhakts cannot get money and wealth and prosperity and all. Hanuman himself lived a very, very frugal life, and Hanuman himself lived a very life full of discomforts, and so was Ram for like the good part of his life. So why did my guru give me Ram mantra? This is not going to give me any material luxuries. I mean, I only care about money. In the end, most of us just care about dollars or rupees. But my colleague, my friend, I mean, he is definitely doing great. He just got promoted at work, and I see that his kids are going to this school and that school, and this constant comparison. And then what happens? It develops insecurity, and it develops a lack of devotion in your own mantras and in your own guru. And then what happens? You will start to experiment with the other mantra that your friend is doing. And you know what? Guess what? It's not going to materialize for you, because this game of comparison and this game of imitating what others are doing in the sadhana jagat this is not a normal regular life where, yes, you can imitate what somebody else is wearing, yes, you can imitate how somebody else is speaking, but you cannot imitate your spiritual sadhanas and spiritual life. It is your own path, it is your own life, it is a relationship between you and your guru, and each will be on a different journey, all leading to the same destination, but each has their own journey, each has their own struggles, their own ups and downs, their own relationship with their own guru, their own isht. So do not try to imitate and do not try to follow what others are doing. Do what you've been told and have that utmost devotion and faith in every letter that your guru has said, in every letter that the mantra has been given to you. Mantra is nothing but it is sound, shabd is Brahman, shabd is that, really. It is a storehouse of uh, everything, Shakti in itself. And especially if it is given by your own guru, then there has to be no doubt. Our guru, like your Shastra say, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. We say that Guru is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. But do we really have that faith? Because when a guru gives us mantra, and then when we start seeing that it is not giving me results, and I did 10 Purasharan of this mantra, and yet I'm not seeing any results, then we start to think that, oh, this is not working. That means you have never have that faith in your guru that he's Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. These are just the empty stotras that you have been, or chanting that you have been doing, that, oh, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Dev. No, you don't believe in it. You don't believe in it. So no, you know what? Nothing will materialize, to be honest. So have that faith, whichever guru you're following. And if a mantra has been given, have that faith that each letter, each mantra that has been given, whether it is Hanuman, there is no comparison between Hanuman, Ram, Krishna, Radha, Lakshmi, Kuber, Baglamukhi, Kali, none of it. Every mantra that is given to you is as powerful as any other mantra. If your guru just gave you one beej mantra, leave. Just stick to it. Don't keep changing because your friend is doing some Krishna mantra. Then you know what? Leave is Baglamukhi. I think it's more of tantric and uchatan and stambhan and all this. No. That claim from Krishna is gonna give me, because Krishna himself was like a king. He lives royally. He lives luxuriously. So I think that's the mantra I should be taking from his guru, right? Maybe my guru doesn't know how to live life, or how to give luxuries, right? So this kind of questions should not arise, because if it arises, your sadhana is not going to give you result. And then if it doesn't give you result because of your own incompetencies, let me be very clear, not because the mantra has any defect. Mantra has been there, in our, when you read the mantras, there is a rishi of each mantra. There is a rishi is the seer of that mantra. There is a rishi who sees that mantra. It is not something that is just a haphazard permutation and combination of letter and here we go, take this mantra and start chanting. No, it comes from Shiva. In Tantra, in this whole thing, we say that Shiva is the originator of all mantras. A rishi seer sees it, and then that mantra is passed down from generation, from a guru parampara. Each rishi then passes on to his guru, his shishyas, and then so forth. So all the mantras that we get has been time and tested from our rishis and passed on to us, and we should have complete faith in it. Okay. Next one, Akshar Bhranti. Akshar Bhranti means when uh, few letters, when somebody is chanting, and when few letters it increases or decreases, right? Happens mostly when people have not much foundation with sadhana, and then they tend to do these complex sadhanas, they tend to do these long anushtans, they tend to do these long sadhanas. What happens is either their body is not built for that level of sadhanas, or sometimes it is just laziness, sleepiness, drowsiness, especially if you eat a heavy food and then sit for sadhana. Isliye, in our sadhana mark, that's why we have this concept of fasting, because of course it has some great health benefits on a regular basis. But on those special days, the concept of fasting is really, it means that, first of all, in Hindi, it means upavas, means stay close to, vas means to live. The whole concept of fasting is to be very close to your deity or to your guru, whoever it is. Stay as much close. It means spend as much time on that deity for that day. For example, on Ganesh Chaturthi, if you're fasting, it doesn't mean you spend full day planning what should I make for breakfast, fasting food. Then I plan what should I make for lunch, what should I make potatoes, and then guess, is this for fasting? Is this vegetable used for fasting? Can I use jeera for fasting? All that. I think majority of the people spend all day just thinking about food only on the fasting days, which is counterintuitive to what really the concept of fasting is. All day just spends, and again, people on fasting days end up, I mean, I've been to these places where they have lavish food on fasting days, and absolutely no sadhana. All we do is we fry potatoes, and we come up with these creative ways of creative food and delicious food also, while you may not be using regular vegetables and all. But the alternatives of these, like halwas, will have so many alternatives on fasting, that it's just amazing how much creativity goes into that cooking, especially on fasting days. There'll be days that people are already planning, you know what, this fasting is coming. What do I need to make? What grain should I buy? And then they come up with all these delicious food, like those sabudanas, things that you may not eat on a normal basis. Sabudana vadas, and I don't know, like so much of halwa and shiras, and we eat this different kind of a flour and different kind of rotis, also chapatis made with a different kind of flour, right? So all of that creativity that happens on the fasting days, amazing. But you know what, then we spend very little time on sadhana itself, because we have eaten such heavy fried food, heavy sweets on fasting, that all you want to do is then go in nidra, and then when you want to sit for sadhana on that days when you're really already sleepy and tired, you know what you're going to have? You're going to have this problem of akshar bhranti, which means you're going to lose some letters here and there. There will be something that you will go in a very deep state of samadhi, the most joyous state of samadhi after having a heavy food. You can only imagine how beautiful that samadhi must be. And then, which I see many people, they go into that beautiful state of samadhi, right? And they call it meditation. And when you ask them, were you sleeping? They'll be like, no, 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 I was meditating. But they'll be like this, right? They'll be like all the time. And then suddenly they shake and they wake up. But let's not question them, because they are in samadhi. So, but yeah, this dosh is bound to happen where it is an akshabhranti, where you will tend to forget one or two letters. Okay, so it can happen for multiple reasons. It can also happen when you are short of time, when you're rushing to office, morning chaos and everything, and you want to sit for sadhana. Hence, it is normally prescribed to do sadhana early in the morning during Brahma Muhurat, because you have time, the world is quiet, your mind is quiet, you have not eaten a lot of food, and you have not taken a lot of tamasic food, rajasic food. The mind is very sattvic. The vatavaran, the whole atmosphere is very sattvic. You tend to go into a deeper state of consciousness or a deeper state of meditation pretty fast, or at the night time, because a lot of working people again cannot spend time all day. They come home, they have other chores to be taken care of, they have family to be taken care of. But late night again, when the body is a little bit rested, and when everybody is gone to sleep, I think those are some great times when the chances of making too many mistakes in mantra sadhana is very little. The third one is lupt. Lupt means missing. Again, same, when either you're going to fast, or you are sleeping off, or you're going in some for whatever reasons, right? There are chances that you may completely miss entire word from this, or an entire letter altogether. Then the chances of having those kind of doshas is very possible. Chinna. Chin is when sometimes there are some combined words like sanyukta akshar, we say, where there are some long words sometimes, and there are two words which are combined together. Um, and in those cases also, it is possible that you may lose a word because of whatever reasons, like I explained, because of drowsiness, because of sleepiness, because of just lack of time, and you want to finish 21 malas, your guru has said, and you have to finish 21 malas that day. Chances are that you will tend to either miss letters, you will tend to miss a word altogether. All that is possible. Next one is Hrasva or Hrisva, however some people call it. In this case, when there are fast paced tones sometimes, or a fast paced sound, and then you're going very slower, that the pace or the tone that gets changed too much, again, little bit is fine. Then again, this is called a dosh, in terms of you're expected to say something faster, or say something a little bit in a higher pitch, but you are going a little slower, right? So that, I think, is another possibility where people can definitely have a rasva kind of a dosh. Next one is dirgha. Dirgha means fast. Again, the opposite of what I explained. So in this case, if a letter or a akshar or a mantra is supposed to be said slow, or supposed to be at a moderated pace, but you're going too fast, then I think this problem can happen as well. Again, what you do, it's take that mantra again from your guru. If any of these doshas happen, take the mantra again from guru, understand it well, and restart your sadhana. Next one is Kathan. I want to spend a little more time on Kathan, because I think with the world we are living in, and with the social media world we are living in, the pitfalls of mantra sadhana is way too many, because it is just unfortunate, because I think people have the patience has is very little, and everybody wants super results. Everybody wants billions in their bank. Everybody wants the best comforts they want. Everybody wants the best handbags they can expect. Everybody wants the best of best everything, but at the fastest time. And given the instant gratification world that we are living in, this whole outwardly looking crazy world of social media that we are looking, everybody is looking for something that can give them some results right away, right? So, and what has happened, it has spurred a lot of online gurus who either do not have a guru, or they may have spent a few months under a guru, and then they claim themselves to be guru themselves, and then they start sharing so much online. And what happens in that case is that either one starts practicing it without really understanding the whole mantra, without even establishing a connection with their own guru, and then they do not see the results. And what happens in then? They do not see the results. Uh, they start blaming spiritual world. They say that, oh, nothing works, all this God is nothing, this mantras don't work. Or they'll go switch their gurus, they'll go find somebody else who may be living a much better life. All these are bound to happen. So in this case, again, it is very, how do I say it? One has to be very cautious in terms of what one shares on public platform. I think it's great that we have public platform and we are able to share so much knowledge, but we also have to be as careful in terms of, does the receiving people have that kind of capability to absorb this? I always give an example, right? If there is a pot, it has some minute hole. No matter how much you keep filling water, it's not going to collect water. And you can keep filling water, and then you keep wondering, why am I not able to fill this bottle or fill this pot? Well, because you have a hole and you never saw that hole and you were just focused on giving it. But the person there is not focused on fixing his reception or his receptivity. Then this is not going to work. So again, kathan means speaking, kathan means sharing, kathan means storytelling also. But in this case, we're talking one mantra. Mantra means to share publicly, to share everything that your guru has given. I think it's completely, I would say one should be very careful. Now, there are mantras that can be shared. I'm not saying that. Um, Even our guru, when he used to do public gatherings and all, he definitely had mantras that was given to everybody. Everyone got diksha sometimes. Everyone got mantra sometimes. But that's because Guruji knew that, yeah, I mean, people sitting here are all capable of receiving it. And now what they do with it, it's their problem, really. Some people will continue doing that sadhana, some people will not do that sadhana. Then the mantra is not going to work for them. But there are a lot of mantras that are said to be secret or said to be shared only when one has developed, only when one has developed that capability within, and only then it can be shared. Hence, I do not share a lot of Mahavidya sadhanas or Tantra sadhanas online, especially if it has been shared to me by my guru one-on-one. And again, there are sadhanas that I can share, and sadhanas many gurus should only share when they have spent enough time with the disciple or the shishyas, and when they see that the person is also developing that interest, and the person has really that interest and has really put effort in um, taking that sadhana. Otherwise, you can give as much sadhana you want, really, but if one doesn't have the it's just like, I can make as much food and give you, but if you do not have the capability to digest all the food, it's not going to sit down well with your system, right? So same, I mean, if you have a weak immunity, if you have a weak digestion, I can give you as much fried puri you want, it's not going to work with you. You know what the results would be. Similarly, in mantra sadhana, right, we have all that we can share, but if you do not have the capability to digest it, to assimilate it, you will not see the results. And the dosh is on us then, because we gave something which did not yield results to the receiver, and he does not get the results, and he does not get the blessings of Ma. And then who was the originator of this mantra? We, not we, I mean the rishis, of course, but we passed on the mantra without understanding the capability. So the dosh is on us. And lastly, Swapna Kathan. Swapna Kathan means, again, there is something that also I see a lot, is that people see something in the dreams. They see that, oh, Shiva came and Ma Kali came and she did this to me and she gave this to me. So I'm going to share this with you. Again, this kind of, I don't know what to say really, this I should not say show off and all. I feel like if you look at your own life, when you have some um, intimate, special moments with your own family, with your spouse, with your children, you do not put it on a public platform. That's my uh, understanding. Of course, the world has changed. People put everything out there, even if they are having a nice romantic dinner with their spouse, a one-on-one nice dinner, which is meant to be an intimate dinner. It definitely has to be put on Instagram now, because everybody craves for likes and comments. So the world is very different now, really. I think there is no boundaries between a public and a private space. People want to share their privacy in a public forum. And then yet suddenly everybody then wants to run to the mountains for some peace and some privacy. I never understand this. Like, where are you? Are you in privacy, or are you still in the social media where you still share all your private moments? So it sometimes baffles me when I see this. But in mantra sadhana especially, so like I was saying, I mean, any special moments, right? In the past, there was a concept of husband wife writing letters to each other, or lovers would write letters to each other. Even now people text each other, and there's so much you text to your family, to your spouse, to, and there's some things that you don't share with others, right? Good or bad, you don't want to share everything with everybody, right? So similarly, if something that has been told to you in your dream, whether it's a Shiva appearing in your dream, which is great, I think you're fortunate. If God is appearing in your dream, Ishvara is appearing in your dream, if Guruji comes to your dream, if your Guru is appearing in your dream, your Guru is giving you some sadhana in your dream, that is your one-on-one time with your Guru. That doesn't mean that you wake up and then you just put it out there for public display. Keep Instagram and Facebook out of your one-on-one swapna or the dreams that you have with your Ishta or Guru. That's meant for your really your private consumption. That's only meant for your soul consumption. That's not meant for anybody else to know. Unless your Guru said that, yes, this is something that I think you should share with others. This mantra I gave you, share with others, because it can benefit so many people, yes, go ahead. But as far as I know, most of these mantras that we get our dreams are meant to be private, because if it was meant to be shared with others, the same Shiva can also go to the other person's dream. You're not the only one who Shiva thinks is the best and should be the mantra this, right? So if Shiva is coming to your dream, because Shiva thinks that you're capable of receiving this mantra, but Shiva can also see the same capability in other person. Shiva can also go to that person's dream, right? So again, I think if you are getting mantras in your dream, keep it to yourself. You're not supposed to share it with everybody. You can share that I saw my Guruji in my dream. I saw Shiva in my dream. Shiva talked to me, or Guruji talked to me, or Guruji appeared in a white kurta, whatever you guys done, it's great. You can give a high level, because people sometimes have genuine interest, and genuine seekers will ask, oh, what is Guruji? Did you see Guruji recently? Did you see Swamiji? Something, all these questions come, right? So yes, you should share, but I think mantras are very intimate, and mantras are something that's only between you and your Guru. It's a very, very intimate, personal conversation. It should be meant for your own soul, your own Atma, and not for all of the world to see. There is nothing really to show and highlight and showcase any sort of powers here, to be honest. Like, I would not recommend it. Again, people may, so yeah, to each its own. Um, so those are the 8 doshas of mantras. So be very careful. Again, I mean, don't be afraid of Mahavidya sadhana. Again, I want to say that there is nothing that Mahavidya will do this or that. I think Mahavidya sadhanas are meant for everyone. It just takes time to build the basic foundation. And once you start developing, if you have started to do some basic sadhana, then there's so much sadhana that Mahavidya is really the greatest of all sadhanas, as far as I can say. So I think for now we will end it here, and then we'll continue some of this more. And then 2025, I want to start talking more about Baglamukhi Ma, Kali Ma, Tara, Chinnamasta, all the Das Mahavidya. And all right. And then, of course, I wanted to wish everyone a very happy holidays and a very, very wonderful new year, which is coming soon. All right. Chaliye. Om Param Tattvaya Narayana Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Gurudev.